How's it going, everybody? This is Ray with the Houston Fanatics and Sunny 99.1, and we have a very special guest on the phone today. We are talking with Renée Elise Goldsberry, Tony Award-winning actress. She is bringing a fantastic show to Jones Hall September 6th, 7th, and 8th. She's going to be backed by the Houston Symphony, and we are going to learn a little bit more about the show, a little bit more about Renée. So let's get to the phones. Renée, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Hello, this is Renee. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Well, you are coming to town September 6th, 7th, and 8th. You're going to be playing a show at Jones Hall for the Houston Symphony's Pop Series. We are very, very excited to see you there. What can you tell us about this show?
I'm so excited to come. I've been doing this show with symphonies across the country for about a little over a year, and it is part of the Pop Series. So we are free to do classical numbers, more classic numbers like, some jazz songs, and definitely some songs from shows I've been in, Broadway shows I've been in. That's definitely the big draw and the most fun. But what's surprising and really wonderful is the amount of soul music we can do and spiritual music we can do. We're really just having a love fest with the symphony. And the best part for me is that I'm doing it for the first time at home. I'm from Houston, was raised there. I have so many family and friends there. It's going to feel absolutely perfect doing this love fest at home with family.
Well, I know we're very excited to see it. Now, like you say, you've been putting on the show all over the country. When you are putting together a set list for a show like this, what goes through your mind? What are you thinking about? What kind of stuff do you really want to play?
Honestly, I think about that a lot because I'm not promoting anything. My big show that I had the blessing to be a part of is Hamilton. And it doesn't necessarily need me to sell tickets to the show. So, I'm not pushing anything, and I'm also not promoting a new album. So really the question is, why am I there and what am I doing? And that frees me up to really have a celebration with any kind of music. And so the test for me of what gets in the show is what feels good when I play it and what the audience responds to most. So we have a lot of songs that people actually recognize. It's not a night of music that you have to appreciate and listen and lean in to understand. I think it's really one song after the other of, oh, this one. Wow, I've never heard that with an orchestra. It's amazing. It's really surprising. We play a couple blues tunes, but most all are songs that people know and love. And as the night goes on, we end up getting into some of the songs I'm known for from Hamilton and from The Lion King and from Rent. But we start the first half of the set just having basically a revival, a party.
Now, that is amazing. I know I've seen shows like this before at the Houston Symphony, and they are always a good time. I think, at least for me, I know this seems like a great way to introduce younger people who may not have spent very much time with the symphony or even with certain, songs from Broadway and things like that into theater and into the arts. What are your thoughts on that?
It's exactly the best part of being able to do this. It's what I love about having been a part of the shows that I've been a part of, Hamilton and The Lion King and Rent. These are shows that bring young people to the theater. The theater really needed the influx of music that young people love and recognize, that they're used to, using to tell their own stories. And so when we were able to have these kind of wonderful Jonathan Larson and Lin-Manuel Miranda, when we had these wonderful writers come to the theater, it really infused the theater with young people. And the beauty of being able to take this music to the symphony is it does the same thing with the symphony, fills Jones Hall with young people. And there's just nothing better than that.
Now, have you gotten kind of the same responses when you're actually doing musical theater? Like after these shows are done, are you meeting fans out by the stage door, photos, that kind of stuff?
I am. It's so fun. I say that I'm coming home to be with my family in Houston, but I've done the show all over the country without any family there, and it feels like I do have family there when I get to meet fans after the show.
Now, you have done some incredibly iconic roles. Like, as you've said, you've done Rent, The Color Purple, Lion King, and of course, Hamilton. When you look back on your career and you look back on these incredibly impactful roles, what does that mean to you? What does that feel for you?
I pinch myself I can't believe. I literally can't believe. Even as I continue, as my career continues, and I find myself doing new things, I say all the time, if the Lord doesn't do another thing for me, I still don't have enough time to say thank you. I've had an opportunity to work on some really spectacular projects, even before I got to be in Hamilton, even just to have been a part of The Lion King, which is exciting because it's having a new revival because of the movie that's coming out. I'm on a television show called Altered Carbon that, is totally separate. There's no singing whatsoever. It's a sci-fi action show that's been really fun to be a part of. I used to be on a soap opera called One Life to Live. So I have from soap operas to sci-fi action Netflix series to traditional Broadway and some of the more kind of newer current Broadway. I have a really wide range of experiences and a really wide range of fans. And it's been shocking to me at every turn.
Well, you have a fantastic career. I mean, I'm very, very excited to see you at this show. Is this something too that we're not only going to get to listen to you sing, or we're going to get to hear stories during this performance?
I have a really bad habit of talking a lot. So, but my feeling about this, I think it's okay because I really think that when people can listen to music anywhere. They can turn it on, your radio show and hear the best music in the world. So why go out to hear music? And I think if you don't feel afterwards like the person that you've been listening to, then you really wasted your time. So my job is to, invite everyone into my living room, and it's going to be filled with great music and a lot of wonderful stories and friends that I've known a long time, and some friends I'm going to meet that night.
Awesome. Well, okay, so I have to ask, you are an H-Town girl. So one of the things I do like to ask people that are from Houston, when you come back to town, where is the one place that you're like, man, I can't wait till I get back to Houston because I can't wait to eat at this place? Or is there a hometown thing that you just get really excited for when you come back to H-Town?
So many. I live in New York City, and so I couldn't live anywhere else because New York City is a food town almost as good as Houston. And what I love about Houston is, not only do we have some very kind of signature restaurants that don't exist anywhere else, the chains are amazing. I love Papados.
Yes.
And all the Papas.
Absolutely.
We get all the Papas. So I get some good home cooking. For me to leave my family's house to go out to eat, shows how good of a food town Houston is. And the funny thing is that every time I come there, my friends are introducing me to new places.
Oh yeah, we never stop. We never stop.
Never. Yeah.
And New York is fantastic. I do love the food and scene there. It's fantastic, but I will say I missed sweet tea. I really, really did.
I miss sweet tea and the portion sizes.
Yes. Nobody told me when I went to New York that free refills were not a thing. I was actually at a restaurant. I think I was having soda, and I was in like the third soda, and they were like, the waiter actually pulled me aside. Was like, "Are you sure you don't want to switch to water?" And I'm like, "Why?" You're charging me for a glass. Okay, got it. Cool.
I think our mayor tried to outlaw that too in New York City. So really? Yeah, you were probably very. You remember that? Yeah, Bloomberg made a thing. He wanted people to have to stop drinking just kind of liters and liters of Coke with meals.
It was a tiny glass. I'm from the South. We have bigger cups. That's okay. I totally got sidetracked here. Let's get back to the show. How do you go about choosing the cities? I mean, I know we are very, very excited that you are coming to Houston here. How did Houston make the cut to be a part of this tour?
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. How did Houston make the cut? The cities choose me. When I get called, when somebody calls and says, "Do you want to come do a concert here?" So many times it's going to some place I've never been. And often, some place I've never performed. So, when Houston calls, it's what's the irony is that sometimes it takes a little longer. Like, there's that song, if you make it there, you can make it anywhere in New York City.
Yes.
And that's kind of the first place I made it, surprisingly. So to come back to New York, it actually feels like going to Broadway for the first time. I grew up performing in Houston. I was part of a theater company called Houston International Theater School. So this whole thing happened to me. I got infected with this disease of loving music and loving theater and loving performing from being in Houston. My first big professional show, believe it or not, was as a child as a child urchin in Carmen at Houston at Jones Hall.
Nice.
With the Houston Grand Opera. Yeah, we used to kind of, my brother and I and another wonderful family called the De La Rosas used to run around the theater eating oranges in the opera. It was amazing. I can't believe my mother let me do that. And, we would get out of school early and we would sit in that beautiful theater and listen to the best singing in the world. And that's what did it to me. So when they called and said, do you want to come, open this season? It was, as I said, I just pinched myself. I'm like, yes, how soon, how many shows can I do?
Oh, well, we are extraordinarily excited that you are going to be playing here. I know when I first heard about this show, I was running around the office because I'm a huge theater fan. You can ask anybody. So I was extremely excited. And I know the reason that how I would answer this question, but I always like to ask performers, so in your own words, why do you think people need to come to this show?
There's a song that I don't sing in the show, but really it's what the world needs now is love. And that's really why we're doing this. We're doing this because music is so powerful. And I think it's healing, but it's a celebration. We're going into an election season. We do a lot of thinking really hard, working really hard, being angry at each other. And, we can use music to do a lot of things, but we need to remember how good it feels to celebrate with music, who we are and the best of who we are and the things that are unifying about us and not divisive. And I think we need to recognize that different kinds of music work in different spaces. The best musicians in the world are in Houston. Your orchestra is glorious, and you should hear the songs you know and love played by these people. And I think we need to celebrate, the rich culture that's in Houston, and we get to do all these things on, that wonderful weekend in September. So people should come on out. And if nothing less, you got to hear some of these Hamilton songs played by the Houston Symphony.
Absolutely. That was perfect. I could not have said it better myself. I will probably try to more than a few people, especially people around the office that want me to just chill out. But that's okay because I'm excited. I want our audiences to be excited. And Renée, thank you so much for talking with us today. I really, really appreciate it.
I hope to meet you there. I hope to meet you there.
I will absolutely be there. I'll be the one in the back screaming very loudly. That'll be me.
Sing along with me.
Absolutely. Well, you guys can absolutely check out Renée. She's going to be at Jones Hall September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Tickets are available at houstonsymphony.org. And if you want to score a pair of tickets, you just need to head to sunny99.com, hit up our contest page. You can come sit next to me. We'll sing together with Renée. It's going to be beautiful. Renée, thank you so, so much. You have an amazing day, and we will see you very, very soon in Houston.
See you soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.